Hey guys, here on the Gold Coast, still in lockdown, getting a bit antsy. How about you guys? Got another special Occ-Cast for you. Really good friends, Shane and Jackson Dorian. They're in Hawaii, doing the right thing. Let's catch up to them, see what they're up to.
Oh god, there's too many jellyfish.
It's such a wonderful ride. It's such a wonderful ride. It's no fool's paradise. It's such a wonderful ride.
Hello Shane, hello Jackson, how you guys going?
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, we're doing good. Thanks, Occ. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for doing the Occ-Cast for me, boys. I was going to see you guys because you were on the North Shore just, it must have been a month ago now when this COVID pandemic started, and I was going to come over and surf with you guys in the Billabong Bloodlines. I didn't come. How was it?
It was pretty fun. It was pretty sick. We had waves, and it was fun to have all the kids over, and we had a great time.
Yeah,
Shane, how you guys been? How's it going now? That was a month ago, and the whole COVID thing just blew up. And how's it been for you guys? Have you stayed home the whole time?
Oh, it's been pretty radical here in America. You know, it's been really extreme in a lot of the cities, so they had to take a lot of precautions. We're really lucky where we live. It's really mellow in Hawaii for the most part. We don't have a lot of density in the population, so we're pretty lucky. And our stay-at-home order was pretty strict, but we could surf, which is really cool. So we never had to stop surfing. We've been trying to surf every day, at least getting in the water. So and we've had a great run of surf, so it's been really good.
Oh, that's great. And how's Lisa going? Is anyone going stir crazy? Anyone annoying anyone? Oh, what about the dog? What's your puppy's name?
It's Bear.
It's Bear. It looks like
Yeah.
a bear.
He's a cool dog. Yeah. Lisa said to say hello, Occ. She's downstairs making dinner.
Oh, cool. Unreal. And so you guys have been surfing a lot. Shane, I was going to ask you a question. I know you don't chase big swells around the world, but I know you still travel a lot. That's obviously stopped for you, but the question is, have you been checking the big wave, the forecast? Is there any huge swells going on around the world that no one can get to?
You know, not really. It's kind of a good time of year to be locked down for the most part. Like the winter in the northern hemisphere is pretty much over with. So everywhere from Europe to Mavericks to Jaws and everything, it's been really quiet. So it's not too bad.
Okay, cool. So how was it with the Bloodlines camp overall? I know you pretty much stayed there throughout the whole Bloodlines camp. Apart from your son Jackson, did you see any rising talent that we've got in our team?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody on the team is really strong. It was really fun to be there for both camps this year. I was there for the older kids that were in the kind of like the 15 to 16-year-old range. And all of those kids surfed really well. They had a great run of surf. So we surfed really big Haleiwa, really big Sunset. They surfed some pipe. They all got really pounded, and they all had a chance to kind of get out of their comfort zone, which is, sort of one of the key elements of the Bloodlines camp, is to get these kids from around the world to get a little bit outside their comfort zone. So, I think we really ticked off that box, and they had a really good time and really got along together. And then I was there for the younger kids as well, kinda. I moved out of the house because I wanted Jackson to have his own experience. So I was staying over at Kelly's place, so he could hang out and not have his dad kind of breathing down his neck.
That's cool. Have you got any tips? I mean, I know we've both got kids, but for a kid like Jackson, there's probably a lot of parents around, that have kids Jackson's age that really want to be pro surfers. And you got any tips? I know you. I just want to say you do a really good job with Jackson, but any tips for other parents? I know I didn't do a very good job with my boys.
Am I doing an all right job?
You're doing great.
That's a good question. Being a parent like as you know, is a really tough job, and it's really hard to just be a normal parent for a kid who's not trying to be a pro surfer. But for the kids for the parents who have kids out there who are super interested in surfing, it's that much more difficult, I think, because the kids really do have to pour a lot of time and energy into that goal. So it's a lot of strain on the rest of the family as well, because they really need a lot of time in the water, and then it's just I think raising kids just in general is kind of crazy. But I guess my advice to other parents who have kids that are really, really interested in surfing is to try to support them as much as you can, and at the same time try to allow them to have a semi-normal life as a kid as well, and to not ever forget that the real reason we surf is to have a great time and just enjoy the ocean and have fun.
Thank you. Great tip. Thank you. Shano, we've got a question here. Some fan questions for you guys.
Yep.
I do miss you guys though, and I can't wait to see you guys again before I ask my questions. Shano, are you getting itchy feet? I know. Have you been hunting? At least you guys have been surfing, and we have been surfing here too, even though the waves have been small. But I haven't travelled for a long time, and I don't know when I'm gonna. What about yourself?
Yeah, it's pretty weird. I had about 3 different trips that were all canceled. Actually, 4 different trips that were all canceled. Same with Jackson. He had some. What did you have going on?
We had a couple trips to Waco, and all those got canceled, but still had a good time at home.
And some surf comps?
Yeah, a couple surf comps canceled, but it's been a little tricky, but still have a little bit of fun staying home.
Yeah, it's just been like a little bit of shifting gears, Occ. It's like
right down, hey?
Yeah, we've just been I never have time at home, like you know what it's like. And so having like a forced time at home has been really fun, and we've been lucky. We've been able to surf a lot, and the surf's been good. But yeah, we miss traveling a lot. I can't wait to travel, and for sure we're gonna come visit you in Australia as soon as we can, for sure.
Oh, that sounds great. Can't wait. And Jackson, and you have because Jackson, you homeschool anyway, don't you? So that's not different to you, because we're homeschooling our kids for the first time. It's and everyone's doing it in Australia, but that's no different to you, right?
Yeah, it's nothing's really changed since the corona started, except my trips got canceled. I'm just kind of doing the same thing, like doing homeschool, going surfing, doing more homeschool, going surfing again. Like nothing's really changed.
How much homeschool do you have to do every day?
Like 3 to 4 hours, I'd say. Yeah.
I'm going to tell Jane that, because they haven't been doing that much, I tell you. Shano, I know you're really clued up on these things. Have you got any estimations you think on how long till we could travel, or even when the next WSL event's going to be on?
Oh man, as far as events go, I think it's going to be a while, just because I don't think sporting events want that liability of having groups gathering, so that'll be really difficult. But as far as traveling goes, I think that's going to start loosening up, at least in America for sure. I'm already starting to plan trips. I think like in the next couple weeks, it'll a lot of the states in America will start like opening up and making the quarantine not there anymore. If you want to travel to California or to go to the wave pool in Texas or something like that, it shouldn't be a problem. And I would think by mid-May.
Okay, cool. And you've been inter-island travel still okay? Or I know you haven't been doing that, but
no, it's totally locked down. So if we wanted to travel to like Oahu or to Maui, we'd have a 14-day quarantine. Yeah, and you can't leave the house. So that's totally locked down. But I think that's also going to open up within the next week or 2. Okay,
cool. Okay, boys, I'm just going to ask you some fan questions. Okay.
Yep.
Excuse me. I think Jackson just answered that one. Okay, this is a cool one. This is from Tyler Allerton, 88 Grom. He says, for both of you, and I think I'll ask Jackson first, what's the biggest wave you've ever ridden?
I don't know. I always seem to over exaggerate, but I probably caught like a 8-footer. Or
Yeah.
yeah, like an
Whereabouts?
8. I caught one pretty good one at Lonnie's, and then I've surfed Sunset quite a bit. So yeah.
Okay. And Shane, what about you?
8-foot Hawaiian.
No, I think we can just add a 0 for that, and I think you'll be good.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty big scary for sure.
We'll go for another one. Shane, this one's for you, and it's from Drink Plus. Maybe I didn't that sound right, but Drink PLS. He says, Shane, which big wave spot scares you the most?
Oh man, I'd probably have to say Mavericks. I just being born and raised in Hawaii, the water's warm and blue, and just see, like, even when the waves are really big in Hawaii, it's something about it like I'm real comfortable. But if you put me in like a full wetsuit with gloves and booties and a hood, I just feel really out of my element. And Mavericks has big sharks, and it's always like foggy and gray, and the sun's not there, and it's gloomy and creepy, and the waves big and scary too, and there's rocks and all kinds of stuff. So that's, I think that those are all the numerous reasons that I'm pretty scared of Mavericks.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and then I think we're just gonna do some rapid fire questions, okay? And
Yeah.
I haven't done two people yet, so I'm gonna ask these ones. There's about 5. I guess I'll go Jackson first, and then you, Shane. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. So you like kind of one-word answers. Apple. So Jackson, Apple Music or Spotify?
What? Oh, Spotify.
Apple Music or Spotify?
Spotify.
Shane.
Same, Spotify.
Okay. Last music you listened to? Jackson?
I have no idea. Probably like reggae or something. We were just chilling in the car on a drive back from surfing, so
No.
yeah.
Shane
Go to
puts
that.
on the reggae, I like it. Shane, are you? What are you into?
I was listening to country music this afternoon.
Okay, cool. Well, you guys might have done this together. I know you don't watch a whole lot of TV, but last show you streams, like a Netflix or anything? Series?
Have you been streaming any shows?
I haven't really been watching that much. I've just been chilling, and I don't know. I haven't had much time with surfing and homework, so I don't know, I just do that.
He watches a
Good
lot.
boy.
He watches a lot of heat analyzers on the WSL.
Ah,
Yeah.
cool. That's
And
great.
I think the last show I streamed was Ozark on Netflix.
Oh, no way. I haven't seen that. I want to see that. How is it?
Excellent. And there's 3
Excellent.
seasons. They just released a new season. It's epic.
Oh, cool. Gotta check that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last meal you cooked.
I don't cook.
Yeah, you cooked the thing. What did you cook?
I made eggs this morning.
That's
Yeah. Yep.
And the last meal I cooked was venison, deer meat.
it. Nice.
And right after we get off the phone, I'm going to go downstairs and cook up some fresh ono, some fish.
Oh, yum.
Yeah.
Yum, yum. I've been learning to cook too. Jess has been teaching me.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's been good for that, huh?
Yeah, it's good for that, eh?
Yeah.
I've done like 5 jigsaw puzzles.
Nice.
Next one. I know you probably don't drink this, but Jackson, tea or coffee? What's your preference? Shana?
I like, literally haven't drank any in like my life. Neither of them. So
I didn't think so.
anything.
Shana? Yeah, right?
That would be coffee, yeah.
And this one's a good one. Hey guys, who's your favorite person to surf with? You can point if you want.
I honestly don't know. I love surfing with my dad. That's
Yeah.
really cool because most of the time he's like filming me and and
Truth comes out.
Yeah.
he also sometimes his back is sore, so he also can't like surf during that. And I don't know. I just enjoy surfing with him. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I think my favorite person to surf with is Jackson and my daughter Charlie. Surfing with my kids is my favorite for sure.
Yeah. How's Charlie? She's liking it too.
Yeah, she does. She loves it. She's a social surfer. She almost doesn't even care if she catches waves. She just likes going out there and hanging out.
Yeah. So is she goofy or natural too? Natural like
Natural.
like Texan? Natural, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, and I always ask this one. It's a weird one, but what's your favorite podcast?
We like the Odd-Cast. We like the Occ-Cast, and I also like Joe Rogan's podcast. This is good too.
Joe Rogan, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. I know you've been on that. I've listened to that. That's a fantastic one.
That's a good
okay,
one.
hey, I think that's about it, guys. It's really good to see you. Stay
Right
safe
on.
and thank
You, man.
Mano.
Thanks for having us.